welcome back to my channel. So in this video I want you guys to come and get glam with me. So I'm going to start off with my skin, and for moisturizer I'm using my MAC Face Protect moisturizer. I really love this moisturizer because it's really good for combating my hyperpigmentation. So I'm going to work that into my skin, and then I'm going to take my Natural Radiance primer by MAC. This is just a sample size as I've back to MAC all my old ones, so I'm basically living off this one for the meantime. But I'm going to basically massage up all in my skin. I don't have like a focus point, I just put it like everywhere. Then I'm going to take one of my favorite foundations. This is my MAC Prolongwear waterproof foundation. The reason I love this foundation is because it really does match in really good with my skin. I know it looks a little bit light when I first applied it, but once I work it into my skin with my beauty blender, it blends beautifully. And that combined with my primer and my moisturizer, I love the soft kind of semi-matte finish it gives to my skin. It looks very skin-like, very realistic, which is kind of the aim. And if you notice, I kind of pull my ear and work all the way down to my neck. This is just my technique to blend in. I love how it basically makes my skin look like skin. So yeah, I'm so used to the beauty blender now that using brushes for me will be like super weird. Now I'm so used to like the lovely finish that my beauty blender gives me. So yeah, now I'm going to take my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm going to place that on the places where, I'm going to put that on the places where I want to bring forward in my face. So I'm going to blend that out with also my beauty blender. I'm using the pointy sides of my beauty blender. I'm basically going to switch between the pointy side of my beauty blender to the bum side of my beauty blender. I use the pointy side just to blend out the highlighted areas, and I use the bum side to basically blend out the edges. So that's what I'm doing here with my nose. So I'm using the bum to blend out the edges and the pointy side to blend out the actual concealer. So yeah, before I put on my powder, oh by the way, there's going to be a lot of happy dancing in this video, but before I put on my powder, I always make sure that under the eye area is very well blended out, and I'm using my Mercier setting powder in translucent to set everything. And I'm also taking the powder all the way in the corners of my nose and on the sides. This is basically just another technique of reverse contouring, and I find that it works really well to, you know, snatching my nose or whatever. I'm also going to take it down the bottom and on my chin and my forehead, so everywhere I highlighted. So yeah, now taking my Studio Finish Concealer in NW50 by MAC. I use this to contour. I like the fact that it has a rich warm colour, but it's not like too heavy, it's not too dark. Oh, my wig's coming off. So yeah, that's why I like using this product to contour. So I'm going to place that on my forehead. If you notice, I'm coming towards the middle of my head. I'm basically blending those two colours together, so you can't detect where one colour starts or where the other one stops. So that's the aim, so everything looks all infused well together. Now I'm contouring my nose. I'm basically starting on the bottom, and I'm going to pull it up nearly halfway towards the top of my nose, and I'm also going to bring it towards my eyebrows as well. So this just basically creates like a slimmer nose, brings everything, you know, together, makes everything look snatched. I'm going to let you watch the rest because I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but if you want more explanation, I'll be right back, girl. Oh, actually this bit. So basically for this bit, I am reverse contouring again. I don't normally do this, but I thought let me just be a little bit extra today. I'm reverse contouring with my with my Laura Mercier powder under the cheeks, just to make my cheekbones look more defined. Okay, so I'm back. That break really didn't last long. I'm just basically showing you what my face looks like after everything's been set. I'm not gonna swipe it off quite yet. I'm gonna go onto the eyes. I'm gonna come back to the skin. So for the eyes, I'm starting off with my Layin Low Paint Pot by MAC. And I'm gonna just put that everywhere, all over my eyelid. It doesn't have to be neat. Then I'm gonna set it with my Laura Mercier powder. This is just basically just to prevent creasing. Then I'm gonna go in with my first color from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Sienna. I'm basically gonna use this as my bridge color, so I'm gonna put it just above my crease. Then I'm taking a brown from this limited edition MAC palette. You can just basically use any brown that you want. I'm basically gonna Girl, get it together. I'm gonna create a spotlight eye by putting that color in the inner corner and on the outer corner. I swear, whenever I do voiceovers, I can't speak properly, which is really annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna take my Juvia's Place palette. I'm gonna take a lovely green from that palette and basically fill the blank area in. I'm basically gonna create, like, girl, you need to expand your vocab because basically it's not the only word you can use. Okay, I'm gonna use this color and I'm gonna create like a kind of like a triangular circular shape to fill in that blank area. So I'm gonna pack that all over my lid, and then I'm gonna get my MAC 224 brush, which needs washing. All my brushes need washing. I'm really sorry about the dirt in this video. It kind of disgusted me after editing. But I'm gonna take that brush and I'm gonna blend out the edges so it looks really smooth and you can't see where one color starts or where the other one stops. Moving on, I'm gonna take my Mix and Medium liner. I wanted to, you know, create more spark on the eye, so I packed on another like sparkly greeny eyeshadow. This is one that I basically just put in a sample pot when I used to work at MAC, so unfortunately I don't have the name, but it's just basically like a sparkly green eyeshadow just to bring a little more pop to the eyes. After blending, you kind of lose some colour, so I'm going to go back in and add the colour that I've lost in the areas that I lost them. So this is the fun part for me. I love liner, and this is my favourite liner of all time. This is the Inglot number 77 liner and my MAC 210 brush, my favourite duo. I'm basically going to create a thin line and I'm going to build it up. That's what I love about this brush, because it's so small. You can create a thick line or you can create a really thin line, and it just gives you more control. One tip I will say when applying liner, definitely take your time and definitely use a clean brush. If you want more tips and tricks to do with liner, I'll leave the video that I did on like how to apply a wing liner like about a year ago in the cards, so definitely check that out. That has a lot more detail and it goes into a lot more depth. But I'm just basically taking my time using soft strokes and building up the colour until I'm happy with it. Also make sure to go right into the corners of your lash line, just so you don't have, you know, when you put your lashes on, there's no like clear depiction of where the lashes start, where your lashes are, just so everything meshes very well together. Now I'm going to drag that to my waterline. I don't normally wear black in my waterline, but for this I want it to be a little bit different, you know. And I took the brown that I use in my crease and also placed that on the bottom lash line. Then I'm going to use my Bell lashes and my Duo lash glue. I'm also going to put on some mascara just beforehand, you know, just to help the blending of the lashes. And this is my MAC in Extreme Dimension mascara by MAC. I've put my lashes on, and to help them blend in together, I'm pinching my natural lashes with my falsies. I'm also going to take my liner and go back over the line, because I felt like, you know, you kind of lose the line a little bit when you put the lashes on. So try and put your lashes as close to your lash line as possible, and if you feel that you've lost your liner, just go back in and, you know, fill it in a little bit. So now I'm going to move back to my skin. I'm going to go back to complexion, and I'm going to dust off, or not really dust off, I'm kind of like patting it at the same time with a buffing brush. This buffing brush has nothing on it, no product on it. I'm just basically patting the products on my face really into my skin, because I feel like when I dust it off, it kind of takes off the makeup. Then I'm going to set my contour with that same powder I used in my crease and that same powder I used in my waterline, and I'm going to use that to contour, well, set my contour. So I'm taking that on my cheekbones, on my forehead, and I put a little bit on the bottom of my nose. Okay, so for blush, you already know, I'm going to use my Coppertone blush of my MAC, my favourite. I can't stop using this blush, like it's just so pretty. It's just like a peachy pink, and I love putting it on with my duo fibre brush. I feel like it blends it in really, really well. Then I'm going to take my MAC Skin Finish powder in the shade Cheeky Bronze. This kind of gives me just like a natural glow. Then I'm going to go over the top of it with my Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife, just to give me a little bit more oomph to my highlight. So yeah, that's what I'm doing in this clip. So once that's all done, you want to make sure you don't have foundation neck. And you want to blend out any harsh lines that you see on your face. So I've noticed some on my nose, down my neck, on the sides of my face. So I'm just blending that out with my Skin Finish powder in Duck. Then I'm going to take my mascara again, my In Extreme Dimension. This really does actually work. Like, it's actually a really good mascara. I'm going to take that on my lower lash line and pinch my lashes together just to make it look like I have something there. Then I'm going to move on to my lips. For lips, I'm using a combo of 3 products. I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty lip balm. I'm going to take my, oh, my lip liner broke. Just, yeah, I had to use my finger. I know this is really ghetto, but I had to do it. I didn't have a sharpener near me. So I'm going to take my Lost Lip Gloss by MAC. And then I'm going to use my, well, this is my Kylie lip liner. So yeah. I did that really backwards, sorry guys. Okay, so after applying my Kylie lip liner, I'm going to take my Lost Lip Gloss by MAC and apply that all over. It doesn't have to be neat. Now I'm taking my lip balm, kind of like to blend those 2 colours together. And I really like using lip balm because I feel like it gives a hyper shine to my lips, which I love. As you guys know, I love lip gloss. Now I'm going to set everything in and lock all that hard work with my De-Slick setting spray by Urban Decay. I'm very generous with this because I like to, you know, infuse all those powders together. And yeah, this is the final look. I'm gonna go fix my hair real quick and I'm gonna be right back so you can see what everything looks like. Now this is the final look, girl. I really hope you guys enjoyed that and got something out of it. I'll leave all the cards of all the other videos that I've done in the past if you want to watch anything else of mine. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon in another video. Bye.